Alright Blues, it's Stephen here on BlueMoonRisingTV, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty blue today. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling top of the world. We're in the Champions League semi-finals. We beat Paris Saint-Germain 1-0 at the Etihad. Kevin De Bruyne has done his thing, and this is momentous. I think it's probably going to be easy to downplay this, but this was the day when we really stepped up and we joined Europe's elite. We've finally done it at the Champions League level. For years, it's been this kind of one thing that people have decided as played against us that we haven't been there, but there's been a slow and steady progression, and with Guardiola coming in, we've finally taken that step to be amongst the big boys. It's going to be Barca, Bayern, Real Madrid probably there. Let's be honest, they're the more likely to go through, and we've done it. We were fantastic as well. I mean, it's hard to understate how much this is going to kind of take us forward as a club mentally. I mean, we haven't been great in the league, but this is great. I mean, it feels even more sweet when you consider the fact that only a few years back we were terrible. We were, in my lifetime when I was a kid, we were down in Division 2. We were playing Gillingham and Macclesfield, and this is what makes it feel all more sweeter. I'm feeling top of the world today. This is a great time to be a City fan, and what made it even more impressive was the team performance. I want to talk about Mangala, Fernando, and all those people, even Navas. I mean, it's too easy to be cynical these days and presume that because these players, for Navas in particular, maybe weren't at their best in terms of creating options, or because we had a lot of defending to that we necessarily didn't play well. That's not the case. PSG needed a goal. They were on the front foot, but they didn't get a sniff. Mangala was excellent. Now he's been obviously much maligned, and at times it's been fair, but he was fantastic. He's in good form. He played a solid game. Zlatan didn't have a touch. He was everywhere, making blocks, challenges. Otamendi was solid alongside him. Clichy at left back was back and forth all game. I thought he was going to struggle when Lucas Moura come on. I thought there'd be space. I thought when Di Maria went over that side as well. But time and time again, it felt like we were watching Clichy just take the ball off someone's foot. With that one moment where Di Maria did all his step overs and Clichy stepped in, it was brilliant to see. And even on the right back as well, Bakary Sagna, he was what he's been all season, an absolute rock. It was wonderful stuff. Fernando as well, Fernando and Fernandinho in midfield. We had shape for once. I mean, it was a bold call from Pellegrini, possibly one of the biggest calls he's made since he joined the club, to not play the undroppable Yaya. Normally he starts. When Yaya's fit, he starts, and I'll probably be honest, I didn't expect him to be on the bench for that game, but it was the right call. We had shape, we had consistency, we had organisation. Fernando was fantastic. It would have been easy for him to be nervous going into this game, considering that howl of a mistake at the away leg at the Parc of the Prince. But he was great. He was winning the ball high up the pitch. He was pressing. He distributed the ball well. Fernandinho was Fernandinho, a hero like he always is. He was snapping away constantly. But we pressed from the front as well. De Bruyne won so many challenges. Aguero was relentless with his work ethic. And Navas must have, I don't know, he was like a racehorse down the wing, back and forth constantly, up and down. And that was important. Yeah, he was his usual kind of nervy self going forward. But you can't deny how important it is to have someone who's going to run and work throughout the 90 minutes. And he was the right choice for that game. And he was a big part of why we went through and why we were so solid down the left and down the right, and why Di Maria on the left didn't really get a look in the whole game. It was great to see. And we're in the semi-finals. I mean, that's brilliant. I mean, can we do it? I want to talk about that now a little bit as well. It's going to be a big ask. It's going to be a huge ask, because now we are quite literally rubbing shoulders with the big boys. These are the creme de la creme. Real Madrid went through. They were 2-0 down, and they won 3-0. Of course they did. They were irrepressible, and they flexed their muscles and they're through. Now, obviously, Bayern and Barca have to go through. They might not do it, but let's be honest, they're favourites. They'll probably be there come tomorrow morning. Who do we want to face there? I mean, who do you think we should face? I want to play Real, I'll be honest. If it comes to it, Real Madrid are the ones that aren't as terrifying, let's be honest, as Barca or Bayern or Real. There is flaws there, and it's not too dissimilar to PSG in that aspect. Zidane hasn't set the world alight. He isn't this saviour that they hoped he was going to be. But they're a very good team, and they've got Ronaldo. They've got Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema, and Cruz and James and so on. But I think we can do them. I really do. I think the signs are good. We're doing that thing that you see a lot of teams do, where they're not at their very, very best in the league, but for whatever reason the stars align and they seem to save their best performances for for the Champions League. If you look at when Chelsea won it under Di Matteo, they were terrible that year. They were terrible. They were down, I think fourth or fifth or whatever. But they might have even finished out the Champions League slots. Yet they won it. And Liverpool did the same thing when they won it as well. They weren't that good. Yet for some reason, everything seems to go perfectly well in the Champions League. Is this going to happen for us? Are we going to finish fourth, win the Carling Cup, and reach the Champions League final? I mean, would there be anything more typical City than that? I would love it. Let's be honest. I don't know if it'll happen, but I'm feeling pretty confident about it now. And that leads me on to one man, Kevin De Bruyne. He's a special player, isn't he? Kevin De Bruyne. I love every single ginger hair on the head of his. It's hard to downplay how good he is. He's a stunningly good footballer. He's not even fully fit yet. He has no right to be as good as he is. Clichy was saying that he's maybe at 70% fitness. And look how good he is. He's become a bit of a talisman already. He's come back and he's just changed the ebb and flow of the team. He's playing in his preferred number 10 role. He's got immense amounts of composure. He's got that big game attitude, and obviously, don't even get me started on his ability as a footballer. He just seems to be dragging us through games now. He's becoming almost Yaya-like. Yaya at his best was the guy who would score the 25-yarder or score a goal in the last minute to win us a game. And this is what De Bruyne seems to be turning into for us. That money we pay for him, that hefty amount of money, it seems nothing if he can be what we think he's going to be. He is genuinely a potential Ballon d'Or contender one day. When Messi and Ronaldo fade away, he's going to be up there with with your Neymars and so on. And he's ours, which is incredible. And it doesn't even bear thinking about what he's going to be like under Pep Guardiola, because that's a man who is known for taking excellence and turning it into the best. It's a scary prospect, but it's fantastic to witness at the same time. I mean, I'm feeling incredibly confident now. I think we're going to surprise a few people this season if we haven't already. It's been possibly good, possibly fun. I loved it. Last night I got home and I was absolutely ecstatic. I was just sat there wired until 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm sure you're all feeling the same, but that's it. As far as I'm concerned, like, who do you want to see in the next round? Do you think we can do it? Do you think we found a formation now that suits us with Fernando and Fernandinho holding midfield? How good is Kevin De Bruyne? I mean, obviously the answer is pretty obvious there. He's world class. But do you think he's going to be the player that we build the team around next season? Anyway, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, get in the comments, let us know what you think, drop a like on the video, and we'll see you soon.